What YouTube channels are genuinely worth watching? Internet historian. Truly comic genius but also great to reminisce on shit like the iPhone massacre. Salmonella Academy. Perfect if you want to learn the weird side of history with a ton of dark humor. I could binge them for hours. Salmonella Academy is one of my favorite channels. Defunct Land. Does detailed and super interesting videos on defunct theme park attractions, as well as former TV shows. They just did an episode on Between the Lions. Liam Miano is definitely worth watching. Top quality videos and the mini documentaries are amazing. Nuclip. Crowd-funded video game documentaries. Internet comment etiquette. How to leave proper and respectful YouTube comments. Tom Scott. Interesting videos on a variety of topics. Air Force Sprout 95. I don't understand half of the flying terminology, but it's hilarious all the same. Ahoy! The best gaming-related documentaries I've seen. That's not just counting YouTube but the best I've seen anywhere ever. This dude could make content for mainstream media and it wouldn't look out of place. Highly recommend one in particular, A Brief History of Graphics. Steve 1989 MR Info. This dude is genuinely ecstatic about MREs and reviews tons of them. Found the channel through a previous thread like this. It's surprisingly interesting to watch him review MREs from different countries, and even historical ones. Primitive Technology. And watch some surfing. It's good for your soul. Obligatory shout out to Captain Disillusion. He makes the front page here every so often because his videos debunking fraudulent videos and scams are so interesting. His whole character makes you feel warm and nostalgic like you're watching an old school science educational video, kinda like Bill Nye. Drinking with Goosebumps. These guys go through the plots of Goosebumps books and take shots every time a cliché happens. Absolutely hilarious. Pick-a-Spree. A hilarious Let's Player who blew up when he played Pokemon Crystal with only 6 Smeargles. He also does fun challenges like finding out if you can beat Pokemon games with only a Ditto, or playing Strange Room hacks. He does more than just Pokemon too. Really great to have on in the background or even while cooking. Windover Productions. Especially if you like planes. Nakey Jakey is by far my favorite YouTuber. His videos are primarily about themes and more that are present in video games that also relate to life. All his videos are incredibly unique, and you can tell he's very passionate about what he's doing. He also has an amazing sense of humor. I triple dog dare you to search him. Kurzgesagt if you're into science. Michael Reeves if you're into electrical engineering / programming dumbass things. Donkey if you're into video games. I think I've covered all bases there. Knowledge and Learning. 3 Blue 1 Brown great channel for maths and mathematical concepts. Vsauce General Knowledge. Electroboom Electrical Engineering. Numberphile Math. Geography Now. Very fast-paced geography. They were / still are doing a series where they do a video on every country in alphabetical order. Smarter Everyday General Knowledge. Computerphile Computers and Programming. Code Bullet Programming. Blender Guru Blender and 3D Modeling Channel. The modern rogue sort of entertainment sort of education. They show cool tech things along with other stuff. Cody's Lab Chemistry. Adam Neely bassist who does great videos on music, both on the theory of bass and general music theory. Andrew Huang talks about music gear. Convinced me to buy too much music gear. Cooka Music much the same as Andrew Huang. Veritasium great channel about science. Not to brag or anything but I once met him IRL. That's right ladies, I'm cool. Because Science channel apparently recommended by Bill Nye. The Great War recently they finished a video series where they chronicled the First World War, week by week, exactly 100 years after the events occurred. I think they're about to do WW2 next. Scott Manley. Didn't know whether to put him in education or entertainment. Primarily, he makes Kerbal Space Program videos but also branches out into real-life physics and stuff. Tom Scott, very British man talking about the world and stuff you didn't know. Wearer of red shirts. Name explain videos based on etymology. PBS Spacetime videos based on space and the like. Now Red does vids on chemistry and the like. SciShow informative vids about science. Physics girl who talks about physics. She's great. Carrick machine learning dude. Start with his videos on machine learning based life forms. Minute Physics quick paced videos on physics. CGP Grey vids on just about anything. Start with How to Become the Pope. Vihart she does maths videos, all with hand-drawn illustrations. 12-tone focused on music theory. TechWiki 3 to 4 minute videos of ELI 5 topics about technology. Primitive Technology. Man looks at human advancement through the ages and thinks, I can beat that score. Proceeds to make awesome videos of him building shit in the jungle. Kurzgesagt, ELI 5 science videos. Fits. Actually funny video game, best moment videos. Seems scripted but I still piss myself laughing. Mark Rober. He makes very interesting science / engineering videos where he builds crazy stuff and explains it so the average person can understand it. He puts so much time and effort into his videos there's never a boring video. Smarter Every Day. A lot of people will already know about this one but if you don't it's seriously worth checking out. It's basically a guy delving into some of the science behind a lot of everyday things and not so everyday things like rocket launches, He's so passionate about it that it's really interesting to watch. And he tries to break things down to be more understandable to less scientifically minded folk like me. You suck at cooking. This old Tony. He has an amazing sense of humor, and he manages to make his videos funny without losing anything on the informative side of things. Similar, but also very different, is Arduino vs. Evil, who does hobby machining and mainly tool reviews / teardowns with extra bumblefuckery. Not always as informative and a different kind of humor, but still worth watching. Gus Johnson. Red Letter Media. A bunch of older guys watching and making fun of good, bad, and just awful movies. Call me Kevin and RT Game. Lamino and CGP Grey. Binging with Babish. Call me Kevin. He plays video games and something about the way he does it is hilarious. Alright, here is a sampling of some of the channels that I am currently subscribed to. This is by no means all of them, but these are some of the ones I get excited to see a video pop up in my subscriptions. If anyone knows any similar channels to these, I would love to hear them. For each, I have given a channel name, brief description, and videos I would recommend. Disclaimer. I am very into media analysis, so you will see a lot of channels in that vein in this list. Ask a Mortician. An excellent channel that aims to make us all a little more comfortable about death and everything that surrounds it. She has a variety of informational videos ranging from answering questions about historic dead, to talking about iconic corpses, to just answering questions. As a starter, I recommend either the Iconic Corpse series or her video about the dead of Pearl Harbor. Breadsword. A channel taking a deep look at movies in long-form essays. He's not a consistent uploader, but the work is consistently good. I recommend Treasure Planet Disney's Biggest Mistake, a video about how failed marketing and treatment killed an otherwise good film. Cinema Wins. While the style is one of those CinemaSins knockoffs, this channel is actually a celebration of film other than one that does poorly made, bad faith film critique. It's a lovely watch and you can start just about anywhere. Defunctland, a video series tackling the amusement park attractions of yesterday. He's recently branched out into a few small side things as well. I recommend starting with his video on the Nickelodeon Hotel, as well as the podcast episode that followed and supplemented it. Film Joy. I will admit that I have only watched the Movies with Mikey series on this channel, but it's a great dive into films with a wonderful atmosphere and great humor. I recommend the video on Thor Ragnarok. Folding Ideas. Dan Olsen is one of my favorite video essayists. While he talks about film a lot, he does have a dive into other things now and then that keep things fresh. My recommendation is his A Lukewarm Defense of 50 Shades of Grey trilogy that I keep coming back to time and time again. It's a monster of a piece but well worth your time. Frederick Knudsen, better known as the Down the Rabbit Hole Guy. Fred makes miniature documentaries on strange things that happen both on and off the internet. His most recent one was feature-length and interesting to behold. I recommend his video on Rajneeshpuram, Innuendo Studios. He's an inconsistent uploader as well, but his content is too good to miss. Currently he's working on a series about the rhetoric of the alt-right and how it works. I would recommend as a start, We Don't Talk About Kenny. Rob Scallon. Great guitarist and musician and entertaining to watch. Lazy Game Reviews still holds up after all these years. If you're into old computer tech, this is the channel for you. Life of Boris is great, just a Slavic dude doing hilarious Slavic things. Sometimes he plays games, sometimes he tries to teach languages, sometimes he cooks. He's great cause under all the stereotype and jokes. He really is a man who cares deeply for his culture. Outside Xbox / Outside Extra do video game journalism, let's plays, streams, D&D and silly challenges. Overly Sarcastic Productions. Cinema Wins. Danny Gonzalez. Drew Gooden. Captain Disillusioned. The Cosmonaut Variety Hour. Nerd City. Nakey Jakey. Say Goodnight Kevin. Life of Boris. Stay Cheeky Breaky Comrades. Videogame Donkey Baby. Captain Disillusion has been pumping out amazing high-work videos about hoax videos and other visual effects for over 10 years. Electroboom has been making funny and rigorous electrical engineering videos for years as well. Cinefix, especially their top-end lists, are really well done. Far better than other cinema commentary channels. Adam Savage's Test It, especially one-day builds, or Incognito Comic Convention cosplay. Wintergaten, who has been posting weekly updates for his insane second Marble Machine. The Marble Machine X, a musical instrument inspired by an old video card's viral demo animation. This Old Tony and NYC CNC, for metalwork and machining, from simple lathe work to super high industrial Tormach CNC. Stereochroma, not as deep an upload list but great candy making videos. David Bull of Mokuhankin, a woodblock printmaker who now lives and runs a shop in Tokyo reviving the old craft of ukiyo-e printing. Not sure if mentioned already, but Exurb1A, such an underrated content creator. Northern Lion. If you like watching gaming by a guy who has excellent banter and is generally subpar at the games he plays, dude is a diamond in the squeaky over-the-top YouTubers. Rough, the guy has been playing Isaac for about 5 years, and he still gets solid views on each daily episode. He's doing something right. PBS Spacetime. It's a bit more involved than standard pop physics channels. Scott Manley if you like rockets. SciShow Pop Science. SciShow Space Pop Space Science. PBS Ian's History of Life on Earth and the Earth Itself. Hot mess climate change information. Every frame a painting filmography. Minute physics pop physics. Tom Scott nerdy stuff. The B1M construction-oriented videos. Windover Productions, usually about airplanes, travel, economics, etc. Kurzgesagt pop science, usually with a nihilistic twist. Probably the most pop of the lot I've listed. Wisecrack pop philosophy and other content. Smarter everyday pop science. Did you know gaming? Pretty informative gaming videos. Braincraft pop psychology. Crash course long-running series on many topics. Their crash course philosophy was my favorite. SciShow psych pop psychology. Computer file interesting computing videos. The Infographics Show. Life Nogging. Daily dose of internet. Binging with Babish. Chrisfix. Jerrig everything. Duck Demuro. You suck at cooking. Casually explained. Household hacker. Hat Films. They do skits, games, and everything in between. They currently have about 899k subs and have been sitting there for a while, probably because of the new algorithm. I'd compare their humor to Game Grumps and Yogscast. They're really funny. Hat Films, just a few boys having fun and getting demonetized. It's a gaming channel with some really good live action vlogs. They're part of the Yogscast. NPR Tiny Desk Concerts, there are some great performances. I wish you could find them all in audio form only.